I applied to St. Thomas as well, and I got a phone call. They looked at my transcript. They looked at my resume. The lady who was doing my admission, she looked at my transcript and she's like, so you got your master's from Johns Hopkins. That's not a bad place to get your master's at. And I had to tell John that because John always said it, like, when I was graduating from Johns Hopkins, I wasn't going to walk. And John was like, what are you talking about? You're not going to walk. Like, this is a big deal. This is Johns Hopkins. It's not like some little school in the corner. Like, this is one of the major schools for medicine. It's one of the major schools for education. And it says a lot about you when you have a school like Johns Hopkins on your resume. And then when that lady, Lauren, her name is Lauren, she actually did that. Lauren?
Your name is Jessica?
No, it's Lauren. Jessica's the advisor.
Oh, yeah.
Lauren was like, that's not a bad school to get your master's from. I had to tell John, and John was like, see, I told you, like, that's a big deal. So,
yeah, because somebody before she met me wanted her to go to Kaiser.
We're not going to be petty.
That's, you got to be petty because...
That's going to be the next topic, you being petty.
Yeah, because am I wrong for that?
No, you're not wrong because you motivated me. Like, I always said it. I was having a conversation with one of my line sisters about it. When you're dating someone and you're with someone, if they aren't pushing you to do the best of you, the best that you can do, that you can do more, then they're not really the person that you want to be with. And so, like, I'm grateful to you because, yeah, now I have a person telling me, like, looking at my resume and saying, this person went to Johns Hopkins. Like, this person brings more than just a teaching license. Like, she brings a lot. And I'm honored for that. Like, I'm extremely happy that I did that. And for her to be like that, yeah, you're going to get in no problem just because I went to Johns Hopkins was amazing. And not to, like, dog out FAMU because FAMU is a monster within itself. Like, FAMU brings so much more, and I think I'm honored to go to the places that I went to school. I'm grateful to Nova. Nova just wasn't for me at the time. Like, that wasn't where I was supposed to be. But God does things, like you said. God opens certain doors for you, and He takes you through certain experiences because He wants you to learn something. And what I learned from there is stop being afraid. Stop doubting yourself. Because the only reason I went to go get a specialty was because I wasn't ready for a doctorate. And to this day I tell John, I'm like, I don't want to get a dissertation. Like, I don't want to work on a dissertation. That's a lot of work, and it takes a lot of time. But when I started making the decisions, when everything was starting to outplay, I called John one day and I was like, if I ever go get my doctorate, I already know what my dissertation is going to be about. And this was before, like, maybe a couple weeks before we went through the situation. And me and John looked at me and he's like, that's good. So now you have something to start off. You can start doing your research and stuff and, like, how you're going to collect data and stuff like that for your dissertation when you get to school. And I started doing that. Like, don't steal my idea, y'all. But my dissertation is going to be on the stressors of statewide testing on students. So if you're from Florida, if you're not from Florida, here's a little story. If you're from Florida, you already know it. The students have to take a state exam called the Florida State Assessment. It used to be called the SCAT, but it was changed.
They changed it?
Yes, it's now the FSA. The only SCAT that's still around is the science.
I'm sorry, because I went to private school, so we don't.
Yes, if you go to private school, you don't have to take it.
I already took it in my third grade year. That was when I was in public school, and my mom said, "Yeah, we're going to private school for the rest of the night."
Yeah,
she was right.
That is what it is. They have a statewide test. I don't agree with it. Like, I understand why we have it, and I think that part of it is a good idea because you do want to see how your students are measuring up with other students in the state. But I feel like the state of Florida doesn't use it the right way. So, like, if you're going to test a student, a child, to see how they're measuring up with other students in the district or in the state of Florida, then if some students are doing higher than other students, you should be learning from that district or that city or that town to see what they're doing that is allowing them to get these scores. Not use it as a way to allocate more funds to one system or do this or that. But that's a different podcast for a different day. So
I need to encourage her to have her own podcast like I do.
I was thinking that too. I should have a teaching podcast, but that's a different story for a different day.
Just do that. Like it's not hard really to create.
Yes, but we're going off the topic of what I was trying to say.
Maybe go another topic.
We can go back to what you were trying to say about me getting my own podcast. But I was just saying, like, that's the lesson. You learned your lesson from it. I learned my lesson, and my lesson is basically that I need to stop doubting my abilities and who I am, that I'm really good enough to do something. And it's going to be a struggle. It's going to be hard. But I'm going to be able to get through it. And I'm grateful to John because he pushed me. He could have been like, nah, just finish the specialty. But he was like, no, apply. See what happens. And if you get in, transfer all your information from Nova to South to Site St. Thomas and go from there. And I'm glad that I did that, and I'll be starting my doctoral program soon, which is good too because I'm not going to say I was able to transfer some of my credits from Nova to St. Thomas, and those are classes that I won't have to worry about it. So I'm kind of ahead on the program, not too ahead, but instead of saying like I'm in for the first year on my doctoral, but I have like maybe a semester or so down already. Because you take 2 classes every semester. Yeah. So like that's 2 classes that I've already like taken that I don't have to worry about.
Yeah, that's what they told me because I'm the same time I'm not ready. So I think they said they'll take like how many? I think it was like 6 or 9 credits or something like that. I forgot, but anywho.
For your master's, for me, they said for my master's, they'll take 12 credits.
I think that's what they told me.
I don't measure, like, it won't be enough.
Yeah, so it was just like, at the end of the day, like, because mine originally is like 90, but I think it'll probably go down to about 70 for me to finish my doctorate. So that's like 2.5 years, but yeah, man, like for me, I feel like my situation, I was settling. I settled too much. Like I'm not that type of. If y'all know your boy, I'm the type of person where I don't like to settle. So I feel like in that situation, I was just settling. Like, let me just get a second master's degree instead of going for a DB. Because originally, a lot of people don't know this, but I always like. Growing up, I did want a doctorate, but then I do want a law degree. Maybe I would get a law degree later on, but right now it's just like I was like I'm really going for my doctorate because when I was in I think middle school, high school, I wasn't too good with English, like writing. But as I got older, they were telling me like my writing skills is good. So they was just saying that like me, I like encourage myself, like, man, I can really, I want to go for a doctor, one day and stuff like that. So, this, you see your blessings, see your blessings come in and take over and stuff like that. So yeah.
I just think, I'm glad that I think that I don't regret doing what I did. I'm grateful for it because it was a road that I needed to travel. And it's the same thing when I transferred from the charter school. Like we said it, we don't feel like when I because I do want to be a principal one day, but I don't think it'll happen in the public school system. It'll probably be in the charter school, and I'm okay with that. I can say, though, I had experience in a charter school, but I taught majority of my time in a public school. I prefer the public school route, though, because I feel like I'm giving back to the community that I grew up in. So I like that. But if I become a principal in a charter school, I become a principal in a charter school, and keep it pushing, keep it moving. Yeah. And that was amazing. So I'm glad that we're both starting our...
Now, what's that bullshit you want to talk about with that Love and Hip Hop shit?
Oh, yes! That's what that was. We were talking, so for those of you that don't know, I am righteous ratchet, like Charlamagne the God says. I have my little righteousness. I have my moments of like, I'm proper and prim. But then I have my real ratchet moments. And my ratchet moments come when I watch Love and Hip Hop. So one of my favorite loves in hip hop is Atlanta. This season of Atlanta was whack. But me and John have been watching Love and Hip Hop Miami. And
because that's them Dade County all day, from the crib. So anything that's from, Miami or even Florida in general, like I gotta represent,
my favorite cast member from Love and Hip Hop Miami is Amara La Negra, because she is Dominican, she's fly, she's amazing, she's beautiful, I love her. And just her attitude and everything is awesome.
It wasn't even about Love and Hip Hop Miami, it was about LA.
I know, but let me lead up to it. And then John's favorite is Bobby Light.
No, for real, Bobby like the rap. That's just, you gotta have you gotta have like a twist on the roster. You know what I'm saying? So he likes Bobby Light. I think you like him because he's funny. Yeah, he is.
And the situations that he in make you laugh.
That's like our boy Dom. Like Dom, he's not like that, but he's like, y'all gonna see how Dom is. Dude.
Yeah, Dom is amazing. Dom, you know how they say that the people that laugh the most have the darkest past? Dom is one of those people. He knows how to make you laugh and bring you out of your comfort zone. But he's one of the people I have to do better because I'm not good when it comes to phones. I have a phone, but I don't.
You really not, because I'm shocked that she called me more than texting. That's shocking.
Yeah, I don't like texting as much anymore. Like, I used to text a lot, and now I'm just like, I'd rather just call somebody. Like, I'm wasting my time. Maybe I'm just getting old. But I like talking. I'd rather just talk to you. And someone like Dom who lives really close to us, like, I'd rather just go see him. So I need to do better, though, at checking on him, because he tends to, I have to check on him. That's my friend. And, he's the one that always makes me cheer up, so I got to make sure I'm always cheering him up. But we were watching Love and Hip Hop LA this time, and in the past, Love and Hip Hop LA has been kind of boring. It hasn't been good. But this season, let me tell you, this season has been real fun.
And to remind y'all guys, like, I don't...
John doesn't watch Love and Hip Hop LA.
Every time I come home or whatever, like, she watches, so I have no choice but to watch it, and then I get kind of interested in it, so that's like the marriage life.
Not even that, like, you'll be able, like, sometimes you don't watch it, I just bring up the situation to you, and we have a conversation of it, a.k.a. Cuddle Talk. But I was watching it, and John was having dinner that night, and there was a situation on it where one of the cast members, his name is A1, and he has a wife whose name is Lyrica. And Lyrica has been, I don't think she's acting strange, but A1, Lyrica, hold on guys, because I'm trying to get everything. I gotta give you the backstory before you know exactly what, you guys know already what I'm talking about, but some people may not, so let me lead up to it. So Lyrica was opening for K. Michelle, and a lot of people be sleep on K. Michelle.
K. Michelle is a legend.
K. Michelle is, I think her antics is what doesn't give her the benefit, like the credit that she deserves, but she is a great musician. Like, she's very multi-talented. She can rap, she can sing, and she actually can sing. Not like pretending that she can sing. And so Lyrica was opening for K. Michelle, according to K. Michelle. She was opening for K. Michelle, and Lyrica was late to her show. And K. Michelle was telling her, like, that's money that I still have to pay because I booked the venue the venue is booked for a certain amount of time, and if you're not there, I still have to pay that money regardless. So Lyrica was like, I wasn't late, that wasn't me, blah, 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 blah. So K. Michelle was like, look, that's just what it is, like, you can't be on my tour no more. Lyrica kind of, like, flipped out, and K. Michelle you know, she had changed. She was Kimberly, but K. Michelle came